It's honestly been the best thing I've ever done. A year and a half into it now.
Spider-Man, the iconic Tom Holland, has announced that he is alcohol-free. And over the last year and a half, his life has radically transformed since eliminating alcohol. Success always leaves footprints. So we're going to look at the 5 hacks that Tom used himself to successfully quit alcohol. And if you want to become your own superhero, you can use them on your own alcohol-free journey. Stay around for the last one because it even surprised me. The first hack that Tom used for success is understanding his why. Why was he drinking? What was leading him to alcohol?
Why am I enslaved to this drink? Why am I so obsessed by the idea of having this drink? And I would look back and recognize that I would go to events for work and be like, I can't enjoy myself until I've had a few beers.
This reflection really helped Tom to identify the underlying cause of his drinking. Alcohol is never the problem. Alcohol is a solution of a much deeper underlying issue. So if we're trying to control and manage and even quit drinking, unless we identify the underlying issue, we're just dealing with the symptoms. And we might be able to control our drinking for a while. Maybe we're even able to quit drinking for a while. But that's why so many people relapse. And it never leads to long-term behavior change. And so Tom was an absolute genius when he looked at that underlying issue. He identified it for himself as social anxiety. He dealt with his social anxiety, which then meant changing his alcohol patterns and his habits was so much easier for him because he dealt with that underlying root issue. And that's the same for us. If we want to quit drinking, we've got to identify, why are we drinking in the first place? Solve that, and then changing your alcohol habits are going to be so much easier. The second hack that Tom used, and he's an absolute genius for it, is...
I didn't one day wake up and say, I'm giving up drinking.
Tom never woke up and said, I'm never drinking again, never again in my life. He took a dry January challenge. He then extended it to February. He then extended it to March. He extended it to 6 months. He never made that initial decision that I'm never drinking alcohol ever again in my life. It's too much pressure. It's too much. We simply don't know in that stage. I did a very similar thing to Tom. I started with a 30-day alcohol-free challenge. I extended it month by month, and then it got to 9 months after that initial challenge that I committed, and I said to myself, I'm not drinking alcohol again. Like, I feel comfortable with that.
I went on my own little journey, and by the time I had got to June 1st, I was the happiest I've ever been in my life.
The benefits that he started to experience from being alcohol-free far exceeded his expectations. He mentions that his overall happiness was higher, mental clarity, his sleep was improved, his physical health, his stress management. He felt so many extra benefits of being alcohol-free that it was easy for him to then reassess his relationship with alcohol. We don't know what it's actually going to feel like when we're alcohol-free. When was the last time you had an extended period of time, 7 days or longer, where you weren't drinking? It's probably not happened in your adult life. So many people don't actually know how it's going to feel. So why would you make a decision for the rest of your life when you don't know what that's going to feel like? So I always recommend to people to start with a 66-day challenge. By that time, you've gone through the physical detox, you've gone through the mental detox and the emotional detox. We have an attachment to alcohol physically, emotionally, and mentally, and most people aren't aware of that. So after the 66 days, you really start to feel the benefits of the alcohol-free lifestyle, and then people can reassess the situation and how they want to use alcohol going forward. And here's the thing. You can always go back to drinking. Nothing is ever permanent in life. So why not take a challenge for 66 days? It's manageable, it's achievable, and it's not too scary. And then see if you want to continue the alcohol-free lifestyle. Absolute genius that he did that step by step instead of going for the forever ever. Hack number 3 that Tom used.
I found amazing replacements that I think are fantastic. Ones that are also really healthy.
The big misconception that people have about quitting alcohol is it's something that they're losing from their life. They're thinking about something they're giving up. They're thinking about that deprivation. And this simply is a negative. And this simply isn't the case. To be successful on our alcohol-free journey, we don't want to be living in deprivation. We want to find adequate and attractive alternatives to drinking alcohol. So if you're drinking alcohol for the taste, Find something that tastes better. If you're drinking alcohol because it de-stresses you, find something that de-stresses you more. Maybe it's a massage, maybe it's a flotation tank. So many different options. But make sure you're replacing alcohol with something better. We don't want to just eliminate alcohol from our life and have that void. We want to fill that void with better stuff, better experiences. And then there's no sense of deprivation of what you're giving up. It's all about what you're gaining from the alcohol-free lifestyle. So finding adequate and attractive alternatives is really key for that long-term sustainable behavior. The fourth hack is all about community.
I'm really lucky that all my friends are super supportive about it. I've never run into that scenario where my friends are like, oh, go on, just have a beer, like, you're fine. They've always sort of really supported me. I had a great support system. Jack is one of my best mates and we travel all over the world. He doesn't drink, and doing it with him was a really helpful experience for me. My brother is always on the road with me. He was very supportive.
Your journey to become alcohol-free doesn't have to be a solo trip. Same as Tom. He had his friend, he had his brother. His mum even joined him on an alcohol-free journey. We don't have to do this alone. We can find support in online groups, in working with a professional, in getting our friends supporting us, and maybe they're even joining us on this mission. There is so much power in community. And just know that if you are embarking on an alcohol-free journey, you're not alone. This is a worldwide movement. A lot of people aren't talking about it. So many other people are doing this journey and they might not be vocal about it. Look at Tom Holland. He didn't tell anyone until a year and a half into it. I would be surprised if you don't already know people who are alcohol-free, who you can get that support from, get that community, and go at it together. Community is so powerful. The fifth and final hack is Tom rewired and changed his beliefs around alcohol.
I think that's one of the problems with alcohol, is that if you came out with alcohol right now, if alcohol wasn't a thing and you like, I've invented this drink that is gonna make you like either really happy or really aggressive or really stupid, and we're gonna just sell it to the masses, people would be like, nah mate, keep your funky juice, like we don't want that, that sounds terrible. And it's one of those things, because it is so socially acceptable, the addiction side of it, the bad sides of it, really do fly under the radar.
Tom changed his entire perspective of this drink, and this is fundamental. If internally in our beliefs we're always thinking that alcohol makes me funnier, alcohol helps me relax, alcohol makes me more confident, whatever it is, if we're thinking those positive things around alcohol and then we're trying not to drink, we always live in alignment with our beliefs. Our beliefs inform our thoughts inform our actions inform our results, and then we get the feedback loop. It's all connected. So if we start by reprogramming our beliefs around alcohol and seeing it for what it is, it's going to be so much easier to quit drinking. If we have those beliefs that alcohol makes me relax, it makes me funnier, it makes me more confident, and then we're trying to quit drinking, but we know it makes me more relaxed, it helps me de-stress, there's a clash there. We always act in accordance to our beliefs. It's really important to remember that everyone's path on the alcohol-free journey is individual, and Tom's is no exception. I really love that celebrities like Tom Holland are coming forward and announcing that they're alcohol-free and all of the benefits that they're experiencing from this lifestyle. And it's also showing people that you don't have to have a problem with alcohol to choose the alcohol-free path. You don't have to have reached rock bottom or been an alcoholic or had horrific situations for you to choose this alternative way of living. This is simply a lifestyle choice for the most ambitious, the highest performing, and the people who want to live up to their full potential and not be limited by the constraints of alcohol. If you're in a situation when you've been questioning your relationship with alcohol, reach out, send me an email. You're not alone. Let's listen to some of the other benefits that Tom experienced along his journey.
I could sleep better, I could handle problems better, things that would go wrong on set that would normally set me off, I could take in my stride. I had such better mental clarity, I felt healthier, I felt fitter. It's been amazing. I can't believe the difference that I feel from not drinking.
Yeah.
I feel amazing.